Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rose to vehemently oppose the first version of AB 48, and I appreciate the author responding to widespread criticism across this state for something that basically is inviting the government to spy on us just because we want to exercise our Second Amendment right. But the current iteration of the bill is still really a problem because what we're doing, and we voted on this floor to stop filling our jails up with those who merely possess drugs for their own use. But somehow we want to bring and turn into criminals people who are in possession of components that could be used to construct something that is illegal. I don't know about you, but I don't want the cops in my town or in my county to waste their time going after law-abiding gun owners, pulling them over at gun ranges, pulling them over outside of gun stores or gun shows, all to figure out whether or not they are in possession of a couple of springs and pieces of steel. What I want them to do is I want them to go after criminals. We ought to be going after the behavior of those who choose to assault others rather than going after a weapon and calling it an assault weapon. Every one of these is a back-end way to take away the ultimate right of individuals to exercise what is clearly stated in the Bill of Rights as a right. And when we take a right away by law, we are setting ourselves up to become instruments of tyranny. And I would urge this floor to seriously consider rejecting this misguided bill because it isn't going to make anybody safer. It's just going to turn a whole lot of innocent people into criminals, and most of them won't even know it. And so if we're going to do that for drugs and say we don't want to put people in jail for possession of certain drugs, then why don't we do that for guns and for components and little tiny pieces? Certainly we don't want to throw people in jail because they bought a couple of springs and a little box of metal, and somehow we feel threatened by that. I think this is a huge mistake. I urge a no vote.